Walk me through your draft. What was that like for you to sit through the first night, not hear your name called, and then that Friday? What about that experience, Breece? Walk me through that if you don't mind.
Yeah, it was bittersweet. Kind of just expecting, as a child, as it was a childhood dream for me to kind of just hear my name called in that first round and everything like that. And I felt like, at first I was really frustrated. I was kind of mad, just down, and that the next day I knew I was going to be going pretty fast, and I got that call from the Jets, and it just uplifted my whole spirits. But it was just frustrating for me that first day, just because I felt like there wasn't that many players better than me and everything like that. So, but once the second day came, I was just glad to be a Jet. I was glad to be a part of this great draft class that we have, and I felt like we did have the best draft so far, so it's been fun.
So, I mean, Maurice Jones-Drew, my colleague at the NFL Network, he wore 32 because that was the number of teams that passed on him in the first round. But that's what he wore, so he kind of wore that chip on his shoulder his entire career. Jonathan Taylor, who is the de facto first overall fantasy pick and a lot of people's MVP picks for this year, he went in the second round, top of the second round as well. Do you wear this on your shoulder as you go about your business every day now, Breece?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely kept those receipts, especially over the draft process. Just all those teams talking to me, telling me that they like me and everything like that. And just comparing myself to other players and seeing where I stood, I felt like I was definitely worthy of being a first-round pick. But, everything really worked out for the best. Like I said, God put me here. He made me a New York Jet for a reason, and right now I'm just trying to prove that, I was worthy of being picked where I was picked, and I'm just trying to get better every day and help this team win games.
So what was it like when you got that call and I could have helped you out because everything I was hearing right before I went on the air that Friday night in Vegas was the Jets were coming to get Breece Hall. That's all I heard. What about you on that night?
Yeah. I definitely was hearing the same things, but as far as the draft goes, you can never really believe anything until it happens. So once I saw that call and saw the area code and everything, I was like, man, I'm about to be a Jet. So it was crazy, just getting that call from Joe D, talking to Salah and everybody. It was just a huge blessing. I was so happy. It's really a shift of emotions because you go from being down in the dumps after day one to just, kind of just having your world made day two. And just seeing, guys like Garrett, Sauce, Jermaine, Michael Clemens, Jeremy Rucker, Max Mitchell, just seeing that I was going to be a part of a draft class with those guys. It was just a huge blessing, and I knew that we would come in and kind of make an impact for the team to help this team win games.
It's not just any draft class, Breece Hall. I got to be honest with you, speaking on behalf of the Jets fan base, so much placed in this draft class, last couple, obviously, but this one in particular, because it's filled with kids like yourself, if you don't mind me referring to you as such, even though you just played like a grown-ass man. I mean, it's filled with folks like yourself that are not familiar with the feeling that I, as a 53-year-old man, having rooted for this franchise since I can remember, have been feeling about the same old Jets. And here we go again. And this is not what's expected of the Jets, is actually winning and coming into a place like, say, Lambeau Field this weekend and coming out with the win. How do you handle hearing that mentality from the fan base and people emotionally scarred like myself, Breece Hall?
Yeah, you hear it, but you can't really pay too much attention. Our team prides ourselves on just always giving that extra 60%. So Coach Salah always says, no matter how hard you're going, you still got 60% more to give. And we come in every day with that expectation to hold each other accountable and get better. And we don't really listen to the outside noise. We don't really care about what each other thinks and what we think about ourselves. So every day, we're chipping away at it. We're trying to change this thing, and I feel like we're trending in that way and making the Jets a winning franchise.